Alright folks, we're back. Just a time to hear some beeps as we start counting down. We're going to be getting into the grand finals. As I said, it's a best of 5 now. Impact versus herO. And the first map's going to be going down on Acid Plant. Also, hello to the new boss, Phantom X. You donated $5 during that last game, so I think it's got pretty cray-cray. It's hard to keep up with that. He says, you know what, let's just replay it because I love the sound effect. It's so good. Knowing that the offline final is going to be in Vancouver excites me. Also, Legalax says innovation is 32-10 versus Impact. Holy crap! So that was quite an upset for him to go through to the finals. And with that, let's segue into it. You guys are watching the BSTL Lite Grand Finals. This is brought to you by BaseTradeTV subscribers, Matcherino, and the folks over on Luckbox. Again, please, this is an exclamation mark giveaway Luckbox. I think you can get into, guys. Make sure to get into that giveaway. Make sure to enter it. You got about like 10 days left or something. But spawning here in the bottom right side of the map, we got the blue Zerg player, Impact. And the upper left, the red Protoss Root Gaming's herO, who we have seen many times PvT recently, but I'm struggling to recall that many PvZs, so I don't really have an immediate guess at how this will go. I think I still favor herO quite a bit just because he is a good player, a lot of good results. But Impact just took on innovation and won. Maybe he can do the same versus herO. Hard to say. Nostra Beefs says, BaseTradeTV, how much money do you get for one ad for one person watching it? That's tough to say. You guys have probably heard the term CPM before when it comes to content creators talking about their advertising and stuff. And that's cents per million, or whatever. So basically, like, one person watching an ad is like a tenth of a penny. It's really not much, but the idea is when we got 3,000 people tuning in, you assume half of them are ad blocking, 1,500 people watching an ad. Every time I run an ad, it's a safe guess that it's like a couple of bucks. It's really not that much, but it's still something, which is more than nothing. And if we're gonna have all this downtime, like it takes like 3 minutes to get a lobby up and get everyone invited, might as well just play something rather than have awkward silence on the stream while we do it, you know? But as far as ads go, actually, on that note, and I'm absolutely baiting, guys, I'm begging too. If you got a Twitch Prime sub, consider dropping it our way. First off, if you guys don't know what Twitch Prime is, I know, right? Who doesn't at this point? Real quick note, Twitch Prime is a really cool option where you get ad-free viewing on Twitch, right? Like, you will never see a commercial while you got your Twitch Prime rocking and rolling. But the cool thing Twitch does is they still credit the content creators as if you saw the commercial. So even if like 1,000 people here have Twitch Prime and don't see an actual commercial, but I play it, then I'll still get credited for 1,000 people seeing the commercial. It's nice. It's awesome. It's great for everybody because you don't see ads that are annoying and we still get a couple of bucks. So Twitch Prime is awesome. And if you guys don't have Twitch Prime but use Amazon Prime, go sign up for it. It's going to cost you nothing. You go to twitchprime.com, you connect your accounts, you get a bunch of free shit. But the big thing that I want to talk about for this is that once a month you get to subscribe to somebody's channel for free. Now, this doesn't auto-renew, and many of you guys who use your Twitch Prime on the regular do have to actively check and see who you want to use it on. And if it's off cooldown, I hope you consider using it on us, because you get a lot of cool benefits. You support the channel, we'll create more StarCraft 2 content specifically with your sub money, and the cool part is you get replay packs. If you're a big fan of herO, and you want to see how he stomped Impact in the finals, or vice versa, we send those replays out to our subscribers exclusively. No public replay packs, only to our subscribers. And we cast so much StarCraft 2 content, I can guarantee it, I can say confidently, there is no better deal for replays of this caliber out there. But yo, we got a lot of subs coming in, so thank you guys very much for that. Looks like the baiting worked. Congratulations, y'all got fished. And I love you for doing it. Welcome to the BaseTradeTV Brigade, or the BaseTrade Brigade. Let's go auto-tune and ruin this for everybody. So thank you very much. Hey, it's 5! Furry X, Diocletian, Zerg, and Will the Thrill. 5, 2, 1 for those Prime subs. Prime subs. Thank you guys so much. Oracle ducks into the main. It's really been trying to get something, but Impact's actually thwarted this off at every turn, and very nicely at that. So this did not get much. And if we check hero's vision, really basic scouting. He did at least see the lair timing, which was kind of nice, but that's kind of it. We'll see if he can predict what's coming off of this. He's gonna go for some standard Protoss stuff himself, though. While he sets up for a third base, it's with a few less adepts than you would expect. And actually, a bit of a change up. Fast charge coming out of herO. This is gonna be something you always get in the matchup. He's even chrono boosting it out there, so we're gonna see a lot of emphasis on zealots this game. I was assuming that the chronos were gonna be saved up for some storm play, because, you know, zerglings and hydras, right? But not the case. These Zealot and the Ep's kind of exposed out here. These could easily get surrounded. I'm a little bit worried about this, but Impact's not looking to capitalize and jump on it. Also, I'm having a horrendous moment of like, I didn't leave the button on like I did last time, did I? Okay, we're good. We good. Yeah, here's some double Archon drops. So this much is standard and normal. This much isn't weird. It's the fast charge that really has me a bit shook. It might piss Impact off, frankly, but if he gets over here early enough and realizes there's nothing to stop him, he could warp in a sentry, but those queens are already hot on his tail, so I don't think he's gonna get that opportunity. I love the Purifier skin on the Archons. I know not everyone's a fan of this, but I think they look so cool. But oh, being out of range cost him one of the Archons and almost cost him the other. The warp person was so low. For those who don't know, we're seeing some weird pathing here, but he does get everything out of here alive. My goodness. The attack down the front now coming in, and I'm sure this will be aided by a couple of warp ins from that warp prism. It might be low, but it is still alive. Charge lots are pretty good. It's two of the overlords with that Archon, so still some pretty good value. Actually, it's a bit of a supply block for Impact too, which is certainly annoying. But he keeps using his charge, so unfortunately it's on cooldown. He won't want to use that for... He won't want to take a fight while it's not available. Circle's running in here. Get one of the Templar, actually. That's nice. It's almost two. Oh, he gets two high Templar with this run by. You know, this went from being like a really weak run by to a very effective one. That is so much gas for herO. You cannot afford Templar that easily this early without sacrificing your tech. And the fact that he just lost two of them? Oh, man. That really stings. But forges start finishing up here. We might start seeing some upgrades come into play. Or forge, singular, pardon me. And while Warp Prism gets back over to the main. Did you get three high Templar? I did. You guys are right. Chat. Keen eyes, guys. I only saw two. Three high Templars, even worse, though, of course. So go Impact, but let's see how herO falls back from it. It doesn't seem like he's doing anything weird. Like, there's no Colossus, there's no Disruptors, there's no fast carriers. Like, this is Charge Lot Templar, and it is such like a basic army, but it's such a good army. And oh, please tell me he saw that. He does have a couple of cannons set up, and I guess there's a bit of a wall. Actually, that is a wall. He's good. There's no way these Banelings can connect. Maybe on the cannons. Pops the stasis trap. Easy peasy. Nice. Zealots down here are going to get caught, though. He was hoping to do a sneaky run-by. Ends up being forced to take a fight with Hydras. Not something he necessarily wanted to do. A couple of Storms also going to land as he pulls the Templar back. Their weak-ass auto attacks are not going to be what they want to do. And meanwhile, the Zealots over here are still getting flanked. He's trying to drag him through some stasis traps, hoping to get a lot of Impact's army just kind of taken off. But there's still a lot coming in from all sides. These Storms are hitting pretty nice. The Templar are not doing the damage they need to. The Zealots are falling apart. Hydras on the left side do take a lot of damage from Storms, but they get through it. This is not looking good for herO, guys. I think he had a really cool idea, but he got caught one too many times, and that made his army so much smaller than it needed to be. He's sitting on 22 army supply versus 69, and Impact even has upgrades on his side too. GG. Impact takes game number 1 in the grand finals. Pretty nice for Impact, I gotta say. Also, thank you, Agent Rabbits. Thank you for that Twitch Prime sub just coming in. Glad to have you on board. But Blackpink for map number 2. Let's get this hosted up real quick. As far as I know, we just had a big talk about ads. I'm not going to bore you guys to death with it again, but just so you guys know, there will be a commercial break after this game. Whether this is a 3-minute game or 50-minute game, there's going to be a commercial break after this game. So if you got to time out your own breaks, your pee breaks, your smoke breaks, time it out with that. Lobby being hosted up here. Let me get players in. StarCraft interface, please. Another Prime sub coming up. We got Togu or Tog 0000. Tog 000. Thank you for the sub, dude. A bunch of dumb RP as a robot playing PUBG recently has been pissing people off. I've been having fun with it. This voice changer is the worst thing to happen to me. But okay, players are ready. Let's hop into it. It's Blackpink. See you guys on the map. Autotune announcer, our Autotune Rifkin announcer pack. Blizz, get on it. No way, dudes. Even I would get sick of that. I've been using the Nathaniel's announcer pack for a while. I'm starting to think about swapping it up. I love Nate, but if he tells me to pin my replay up on the wall one more time, I swear to God. Anyways, it's game number 2 in the best of 5 grand finals. This prize pool this week is awesome, guys. $325, and apparently pretty hefty amount there. Jibby was also saying every $5 the prize pool raises, he might gift somebody a sub. I don't know if he'll how much that'll follow through, but yo, apparently that's a thing. Either way, I'm very happy with the $325. Thank you all for using the codes. I didn't even have to hammer it on that much. Like I remember distinctly thinking this in game 1 of the first series of the day, like wow, we're already like 30 codes in and I didn't mention it once. So you guys are awesome. Getting used to that Metrina support. But anyway, sorry, game 2, getting distracted. Spotting here to the bottom left, it is the blue Protoss herO. With his opponent in the upper right, the red Zerg Impact, who is currently being mineral denied. A little bit annoying micro. Yeah, I know Archon mode isn't a thing anymore, but I feel like if herO were to play Archon mode with somebody, and he's just like, yo, you do the macro, give me a single probe, I got this. Because this guy is so good at worker harass. For those who don't know what he's doing, I'm sorry, because I know there's a couple new people in the stream. He's constantly trying to mine the minerals so that Impact can't, and he's doing it on the close mineral patches. Ultimately, this amount of micro is going to cost Impact like maybe like 20 minerals, right? Like this is not that much actual damage being done, but when there's nothing going on in the game at all, you are still doing something rather than nothing to impact your opponent. And as you can see, they're both just right-click spamming on the minerals to try and force the mining in. Impact can outmine herO technically, but it's difficult to do in this battle of clicks. Still though, just stupid. Overall stupid and cheeky. I think actually this tactic is kind of an old one that back from the days like you would do this sort of thing like Wings of Liberty or like Heart of the Swarm, and it would be real painful. But Legacy of the Void, they give you so many workers to start with. It's not so bad having one mineral patch denied because you're pretty much saturated from the get-go on all the others. Also, another sub coming in, Sergus Stave, 4 months. Thank you for coming back, sir. And then, oh my god, lol bah. It's like a disgusted enjoyment of some bad engagement. 30 months on that resub. Thank you, dude. This is time flies fast. 30 months. Damn. Yeah, boy, get it. 30 months. I'm actually so we got people, if you guys don't know, we got people on like their 50-month streak right now. Like I know there's channels on Twitch with way more, right? Like, okay, I get it. But it's like surreal considering even 50 months or just now with this guy 30 months, how long we've been around for. Feels good, man. I just like this is tooting my own horn for a second, right? Like absolutely egotistical, whatever. But I remember when we were rising through the ranks and grinding it out to be like content creators, there's so many other people also doing it. So it's not just that we rose above, but also outlasted so many of these other organizations that at the time would kick our ass in viewership, destroy us even, but have since died off. So maybe it's just stubbornness and unwillingness to die, or maybe it's something else, but feels good, man. We're still here, we're still rocking, we're still rolling. Also, someone to bring up the statistics of herO and Impact. Again, it's a little bit difficult for me to alt-tab when I'm solo casting because I gotta make sure we're not missing anything, but apparently herO is like 42 to 31 or something as far as like overall score versus Impact. So that's pretty cool that Impact could take game 1 with that in consideration. BaseTradeTV is called grit. Yo, no, I'm not okay with that definition though, because I was forced to try grits when I was at Austin with Zombie Up and DreamHack a lot, and I am not okay with grits. I've always heard about Southern grits being a thing. It's like a TV thing, a stereotype. It's just gross, bad oatmeal. Like, who eats grits? They're gross. Find literally anything else is better food. I'll eat vegetables over grits, right? I don't know how much that actually says. I hate vegetables, but yeah, that's grit. Ugh. Oh, prize pool went up apparently. We did have some bucks go in. Cool. Jibby's looking to do some sub gifting as a reward. Phoenix just danced around. It was actually Tog000, the guy who just subbed to the stream. Threw in 10 bucks. Oh, I got this. $10 to the prize pool. He wants more auto-tune. Well, it's not quite auto-tune, but it's close. Either way, thank you for adding the 10 bucks to the prize pool, and then I guess Jibby's gonna gift away some subs now, so just at Jibby if you guys want a free sub, guys. Get them replay packs. Get them good. Warp Prism was not a minor drop, but a big ass warp in. Zealots charging into the Queens are massacring this attack on this side. However, the small amount of roaches in the main are not going to hold up, and if he warps in a single force field sentry, this could be devastating for impact. The Ravager that was made that could have broken that too was, by the way, killed down here to the south. A lot of damage coming down. These Zealots still not dead, and the ones in the main chasing off the drones. We got more warp ins coming in, and this charge line attack on a herO. Oh, game one, it looked really weak. Game two, this is looking amazing. Still not done yet. Zealots are killing these roaches, and the drones are finally getting pulled into the fight. The drones are actually helping out a ton. Surprising to say, but 10 workers died. How many queens went down with this too? 3 queens, a lot of roaches. I'm not sure that this is like done game-ending damage, but herO has certainly tilted impact. There's no doubt about it. That's a lot of damage done. Another warp band of Zealots coming, so he's not done yet. Sticking on 2 bases. I think we're going to continue this all in, guys, because there doesn't seem to be signs of a third or any tech following this up. It's just charge lots. Just Zealots. Oh my god, these things are so bloody good. He's got that Warp Prism too, so he can continue to mic around. If they get surrounded, he always pick him up, try and get him out of that. Warps in more Zealots in the front line. Picks up some of those ones that were low. Saves 2 of them. Army supply still holding pretty good for impact. A lot of these Zealots getting low. While charges on cooldown, they're not that great, but while the charge is available, tons of damage gets done. A big part of this too is fighting on creep, as the roaches are pretty quick and maneuvering well with this. He's going to try and swap out. Okay, this is questionable, because herO did a lot of army trading with this. He didn't do a lot of worker damage. He didn't really stop the economy of impact dead in its tracks by any means. But impact is only on 38 workers, and that's not so great for him. He's been kind of forced into his own all-in situation in a weird way. So maybe the Immortals and maybe the Archons that come as a result of this could be more powerful. I say maybe, though. I'm just not sure how much of a macro game we're going to get out of this. Either way, board probes are being made more than he needs. Saturate that gas up in a moment, and maybe we'll see him go for a third. He's heading up that way, at least. We'll see this, I guess, try and get set up. Still, though, continue to make roaches. Only just now going back into drones. I think part of this for impact was waiting to see if a third base was coming down to know if he'd be safe to go into drones. I mean, 2 spines came down. He was really taking this attack seriously, and it's a good thing he did, because those charge lots, I've seen Neeb do this a ton. Those things can snowball out of friggin' control sometimes. So, good thing they took this seriously. Also, Jibby ended up gifting a sub to Burninator, resubbing him for 3 months in a row. Nice. As well as gifting a sub to Doctor12080. So thank you for first off donating 10 bucks to the prize pool to trigger that, but secondly for gifting those subs, Jibby. Mighty kind of you, dude. And then Aeon Infernum also threw 500 bits into the pot to say, great stream, Rifkin. Could you tell me the name of the song that's played on your Odyssey map intro? I could look it up after this game. I'd have to actually open up Vegas and look, because I don't, unfortunately, with the way OBS works, I don't actually get to hear the sounds of the intros. I don't know what song plays because I don't ever hear it. So I can look that up for you though after this game's done. I'll take like a couple seconds. Ooh, Spire. Ooh, almost didn't see this on the production tab. Okay, so Spire is funky, to say the least. It will help deal with the Warp Prism very nicely, though. And that's kind of what I'm thinking he's thinking about, at least. The other part of this list, if it is Immortals and Zealots, and then maybe even just Archons, frankly, Mutas wouldn't be too bad. There's just not a lot of anti-air in what hero's going for. Oh, I gotta bust this one out again because we just had Johnny Techno hit us up with that Prime sub. Thank you very much, dude. Phoenix continuing to scout. I mean, he knows about the Hydra and he knows about the Spire. There's no questioning for hero as far as like getting caught off guard. And I guess he's gonna be satisfied making Phoenixes as an anti-air. I mean, Phoenix are without a doubt a hard counter to Mutalisks. They are not gonna be so effective though against anything else. Although, no, I take that back. I actually suddenly love the Phoenix a lot. All right, if the Phoenix take care of the Mutalisks, they can then proceed to lift up the Lurkers and take care of those too. If the Phoenix count gets high enough, I think honestly 5 or 6 should be more than enough for the Mutas. It's a question of whether he goes more for the Lurkers. The Lurker Den too is always funny to see because it's of course no longer attached to the Hydra Den. I know that there's some misconceptions spread about this in some recent casts, not by us of course, but yeah, it is a totally separate building, and I don't know. Seeing any amount of Reddit threads about dumb things like that always blows my mind. Although I will say when I first when the patch hit where they changed that, I was totally caught off guard by it too. So I'm not mentioning names because I'm not trying to shame. It's just like, I got caught off guard. Everyone else gets caught off guard until you realize like every Zerg player out there is like, really? Everyone's so dumb. The Phoenixes do shred through the Mutas, by the way. Easy peasy hold, so no more Sky to worry about. He pushes across with the ground. Big attacks coming in now. This is scary. There's a lot of Archons. There's a lot of Immortals. There's even Storms in the mix. I didn't even see those Templars snuck in the front lines, but they were directly in the front lines. Use up their Storms, become the Archons. Not that many Hydras remain. The Immortals should easily chip through the Roaches, but it's a question of like, oh, you know what? If no Hydras are left, he can't make the Lurkers. The Lurkers are going to be what clutch this game. There's no detection. No, excuse me. There's some, but it's about to get stormed and friendly fired. There goes the Observer. GG's get called. Impact taps out, and herO will secure game 2. Tying things up now, 1-1. But as I had mentioned, we're going to go to commercial break. I'm going to go look up that song for Aeon Infernum, and we'll see you guys in a few minutes. Thank you for watching. Welcome back, folks. We're hopping to game number 3. Aeon Infernum, if you're still watching, I have some good news and some bad news for you. The good news is I know I have this somewhere on my PC. The bad news was in the 2-minute break, I could only find the meme version that we don't use anymore for Odyssey. So I will look that up some more. But at the moment, I don't actually have an answer for you. I was hoping to have one when we got back from break. Sorry about that, man. But also, yo, big tier 2 sub. What the crap? Jimmy gifted a tier 2 sub at that to Bad Rocks. Thank you very much for that, dude. And then herO also came with a Prime sub during the commercials. Y'all awesome. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. It's game number 3, though. Things are tied up 1-1 in this best of 5. We got a little bit of an annoyance going on up here, but in the bottom right, spawning blue, it's Root herO. This opponent at the top left, the Red Zerg Impact. A lot of people very upset about the Muta choice. Salty, to say the least, in chat. I think on behalf of Impact, I agree. I don't think the Muta choice worked out the best in the way it played out. But if we gotta be honest, assessing the situation, seeing hella Zealots, seeing a lot of Immortals, no Stalkers, almost no to any air units. Like, he hadn't predicted the Phoenix, and maybe that was a problem, but I really think the Mutas were not the bad choice. Ultimately, they didn't work, but like as far as what he saw, right? Like you've just come off of like a 3-minute defense against pure Zealots, charge lots. You know there was like a late third base. I don't think it was the craziest thing to say Impact was wrong in his decision to go Mutas. They just did not work out. And I think that's more to the credit of herO than anything negative to be said against Impact. No worries, Rifkin. I'd be grateful if you look into it when you get a chance. Yeah, dude. Before the stream is done, you know what? When I'm okay, here's the thing, Aeon Infernum, I need your help on this, right? When I'm about to do our goodbyes, you know, it's like, oh, here's the shout outs. We'll see you guys tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. Just start adding me in chat, like at BaseTradeTV. Yo, look up the song, because I'm going to forget. I'm 100% going to forget over the course of this game that I need to go do that. But okay, as far as this game, one thing we didn't really see out of Impact that I was kind of hoping, though, was that Lurker switch. We noted that the Lurker Den was on the way. We saw that come time with Aspire. There's certainly some question marks on whether you could afford to do that or not. But it's worth noting, like, if herO had hesitated on the attack, if he had spent longer dealing with the mutas, Impact may have had time to get the Lurkers out, and had that been the case, maybe it wouldn't have been such an easy snowball. But those Storms, those Zealots, those Immortals, it's hard to argue that a couple of Lurkers would have made a big difference. My point is, though, I would have loved to see them actually go for them, because watching players like Neeb, and I know Neeb is not the same as a Korean, Neeb is not the same as herO, but Neeb is a really fantastic Protoss player, and I have been watching him die to Lurkers a lot. I don't even know if like it's safe to say that it's his kryptonite, but at least statistically, on the times I've cast him, it looks like that. So I think Lurkers have quite a bit of power in the matchup if they can work like that against a player of that caliber. But we don't see them all the time, and they're definitely not auto-win units. Just, again, it's that curiosity of would this have been better? Oh no, one more shot of the Overlord! Oh, I think herO recognizes that too. Oh, he's pissed. He's mad. Oh, that was bad. Oh my god. If he got the Overlord and still lost the Stalker, that's not so bad. But he just lost the Stalker and didn't get the Overlord. Maybe the Phoenix cleans it up afterwards. I don't know. And Redux, thank you for the 6-month resub, by the way. Already half a year. I can support you. Oh, I hope there's another half a year in it for you too. Because don't forget, guys, and this is just general reminder, if you're a sub for 12 months, and it has to be 12 months in a row, we will send you a Partoof coin to commemorate your 1 year on BaseTradeTV. And it's a real coin, metal and everything. It's really nice. I think probably over half the people in chat already have one or have had theirs. So hopefully they can verify that it's a cool little memento that you get for supporting the channel for a full year. Also, Ian Chan 2003, thank you for the 38 months, 38 year resub. My God, man. Oh, what are you planning to do? Just waste your energy? Okay. I guess that's a thing. I'm actually curious how much damage that did. That couldn't have been that much. Oracle's had their damage tweaked quite a bit. Just me, Executor. Yo, 2 years on that sub. Damn! 24 months. Thank you very much, dude. Welcome back. And we got a new sub coming in from Jimon RH. Thank you for the Prime sub. Also glad to have you back. With the Robo Bay on the way, Pylon's coming up. I don't know. hero's setting up for pretty much everything he needs at home, but it is another 2-base situation. No indication of a third. In fact, excuse me, I am ridiculous. That's a second Robo. Okay, so this is going to get dirty and disgusting and maybe a little bit difficult for Impact to handle. We'll see. Because Immortals are really good units overall. Mostly made amazing by their shield, right? It can soak all that extra free damage, but of course, them on their own are still very tanky, very volatile units. So, I don't know, you get 2 Robos pumping Immortals? I think it's going to be pretty dangerous for Impact. Should it get to that point. But for now, it's an Adept attack combined with a little bit of a Zealot attack. He does have charge finishing up here in 1 second. Boom, completed. Oh, but Impact's got Burrow this time. Yo, I like this. You know how you stop Zealots from killing your workers? You just friggin' Burrow. But he really wanted to kill the hatchery. I guess this is part of why the Oracle was softening it up earlier. This Zergling down here also took a while to get cleaned up. Very annoying. Tunneling Claw's being paired up with this too. Yeah, let's just keep walking around. Rest in peace, dudes. Also, speaking of rest in peace, Oracle gets a couple of drones over there in the natural base. Not too bad. As he falls back, he does have Immortals to fall back too. A lot of sentries. These roaches are better off not chasing too far. If these come up the ramp, they're dead. Even with Burrow. But okay, he falls back. Jim on RH says, hey Rifkin, I want this coin. I'm wondering, how do I auto-subscribe with my Twitch Prime? I thought automatically redid it, and I was subscribed for 5 months. Oh, dude, I know that's rough. Twitch does not offer auto-renew options for Twitch Prime. You have to manually do it. And I really don't think there's ever going to be plans to auto-renew it, unfortunately. I would love if there was, because people lose their subs all the time, and we see our sub count fluctuate like heck because of it, but you gotta just be on it, man. I don't know what to tell you. I'm so sorry. Luckily, you do have a grace period of like 1 to 2 weeks or something. Like, if your sub runs out on the 31st, you've got until like the next week of the following month to renew it before that streak gets broken. A lot of force fields, and most importantly, some Guardian shields in the mix. But this hatchery was so low from many different attacks. He just picks it up and walks away. If herO were in a really bad spot, man, he could just recall out of this. And I want to let you guys know, if you haven't been watching a lot of herO games, he's been probably the most adamant and the most creative when it comes to recalls. But, ooh, there was some burrow play, and he sees it moving on the ground, I think. It's very obvious, the animation for it. But detection is an issue. He doesn't have any, frankly. I guess if the Immortals are there to catch them, it still works. Oh, this is an awkward situation. The army might not be good enough to take this on. Contaminate to deny one of the Immortals is nice. The Observer's going to come out here in just a second, but the third base still being denied. Impact's long distance mining getting caught. These drones need to be pulled back. Bad micro moves out of Impact. Also losing a lot of Overlords. He's now supply blocks. Let's not forget, there's a lot of force ones he still has to look out for. Crucibles can at least break them, but oh, here's some of that payback. 5 roaches in the main, looking to do a lot of damage real quick to this probe line. Big recall to bring everything back home, so boom, gets on top of these roaches, but detection, as I said, still an issue. Observer, I know one popped out. Where did he go? Oh, he's right here. All right. It's a little bit hard to see because he's cloaked. But okay. Deals with this. Not a problem. However, he's got to get out of the base. Oh no, the convoluted way he's going to get out of the base too. As the attack comes towards the third, he might not be able to save this in time. Yeah, he's gonna have to cancel it. Okay, so he screws with Impact's third. Impact in turn screws with herO's third. I think herO is in some trouble, guys, because while Storm is on the way, Impact is sitting there concretely and safely on +2 weapon upgrades. His auto attacks are gonna hurt. Yoda the Drunk says, Base Trade, I tried to find out how to direct message Base Trade about my Bartoof. Is there a way to do this? Yes. So if you're on Twitch on your desktop right now, go to your top right drag down menu and go to messages. Then hit send new and just send one to BaseTradeTV saying, hey, I've been sub for 12 months. The bot will then receive the mail. It'll like process and verify that you have been sub for 12 months. And if you have been, it'll reply with a form for you to fill out. Easy peasy. If you still have problems, you can ask anybody in chat. I'm sure they can walk you through it, but I gotta focus on cast so this big-ass engagement will come down. Fake Colossus have been made through this. A lot of force fields. Unfortunately, the force fields only keep the units in. They don't keep any of the units out, but a lot of attacks went into the Colossus. Now realizing they're fakes, he's not gonna be wasting shots on them, but Storms do really good. The Immortals are the only thing left standing. The Gateway units are gone, and here's the one forced to back away. The +2 weapon upgrades out of Impact look to be pretty darn good. He's pushing in here. Hydras have a lot of DPS. The new World Grid of Zealots does almost nothing. And oh, this is bad. He accidentally burrows. I think that's a bit of a misclick out of Impact. That's going to cost him the ability to finish off this army. But yo, 68 supply up on that +2. herO's going for just Immortals back at home. Just Immortals will deal with the roaches. Not so much the Hydras or even the Ravagers. That's where those Storms are really important. But oh, pops up out of here, get a couple shots on this. If we could just finish off that pesky Warp Prism, these Immortals would all die for sure. All sitting there with almost no health. Finally gets rid of 2 out of 3. And this is that push to win. Impact is really starting to snowball. Zergling's diving in, surrounding that one Immortal. That's going to go down really quick. Tries to pick it up. Nice save out of herO. His Warp Prism Micro is seriously unmatched by almost any other player in this game. It's so sick to watch this when it's done well. But man, I don't think Warp Prism Micro overcomes 3 times the army supply. Base also going to get knocked down here. Yeah, Impact did a really good job deflecting this. Those Storms and those force fields looked a little scarier than they actually ended up being. And the Warp Prism goes down, so no more fancy micro moves. The Templar get caught immediately. GG's get caught, and Impact takes the lead. 2-1 in the series. But it is a best of 5, not a best of 3. Oh, so he has to... Ooh, that net crack was... Ooh, that was a big one. So he has to win one more game to lock this down. It is going to be herO's map pick, though. And we had some more subs come in. And some bits, too. Let me host the map. I'll give you guys some love. It's Neon Violet Square. All right. Battleknot. Thank you for the 200 bits, dude. Kriegasm. Oh. Then we had a K-Skimo. Hit us up with a Prime sub. And Fario TV with a Prime sub. In fact, I think... I have to go look at this. I think aside from Jibby's gifted subs, I think 100% of the subs today have all been Prime subs. And I'm totally okay with that. The more people using Prime in my chat, the better. Twitch Prime is great. Oh, so holy guacamole. That's like 5K people tuning in for these finals. I hope you guys like StarCraft. If you aren't already, of course, do me a favor. If I see we're on the front page, so we get a little bit of extra bump from that. Come join us here in the chat if you got questions. We're doing some kind of Q&A style casting today. Waiting for here to ready up. And we'll talk more on that in a moment. Let's get into the game, though, as it's possibly the last one. See you guys in game. Welcome back to the BTSL. This is the grand finals if you guys are just tuning in. Spawning here in the upper left side of the map, we have the blue Protoss player, herO. With his opponent to the bottom right, the red Zerg Impact, who's leading 2-1. And for those who are unfamiliar with these players, if you are coming from the front page of Twitch, this guy historically has a losing record against this guy. So this is pretty impressive that he's up 2-1 at the moment. But let's talk about the prize pool a little bit here too, right? I'm not trying to goad anybody into putting any money in. We're already at an awesome $335 prize pool. Thanks to all of you with your contributions. Again, this made possible thanks to the combination of Matcherino, Luckbox, and the BaseTradeTV subscribers that seeded the tournament in the first place. But the prize payouts are actually pretty nice. The winner of this series, the winner of this best of 5 gets $201. A stark difference from second place, which is only 67 bucks. We made it this way because every other tournament we've run, we've tried to spread it out and make it thin and like close, and okay, first place is 40 bucks, second place is 30 bucks sort of thing. We wanted to make these 4 once-off BTSL Lite tournaments a little top-heavy and a little more rewarding for the winners. So yeah, 201 bucks for first place thanks to you guys. That's some sick shit. But also, if you're liking StarCraft 2, if you are new to the channel, do me a favor, consider throwing a follow button down, hitting that follow at the top so you don't miss out on anything. Because tomorrow, as I said, we'll be back, same time, same style of tournament, but I'll be joined by my friend Maynard, so it won't be the solo cast, with a lot of very awkward auto-tune moments that ruin the cast for everybody. I do want to find more Seinfeld moments, though. I only got to play one awkward moment today. I want to do another one of those. Quick 3 bases out of Impact actually is... he continues to, I guess, look towards macro. One of the things I really like about Impact that we just saw in that last game is when he gets the opportunity to overwhelm and overrun, he can do it very well. But herO has also, like, to take this another direction, I want to say hero's playing a little bit stranger than we're used to seeing. Things like constant emphasis on these charge lots, going for these sort of all-in attacks and not trying to play any macro himself. I'm wondering if there's like some lack of confidence in this guy where he just doesn't want to play late game. Or maybe, and some people have speculated this with innovation as well, maybe there's just some you're hiding everything from GSL, right? Like, you want to play in these weekly tournaments, you're okay all-inning and going for a couple of builds, but you want to hide the good stuff for the big tournaments. And that's totally believable too. And if that is the case, kind of makes sense, frankly. But at the same time, I want to just imagine Impact's having a hell of a good day. I don't want to take anything away. I don't want to cheapen that by saying it's because herO didn't play his best. Also, Manic Moment, thank you for that Twitch Prime sub 4 months in a row. So we continue to rock Twitch Prime. Nice. You know, I don't know what the actual count is because I'm not doing math, but we started the stream today with 1,006 subscribers. We are currently at 1,033. This is one of the better sub days we've seen in some time. So thank you guys kindly. More oracles coming out of herO. The nice thing about this map, we saw some struggles with this obviously, right? But this map, you can at least take that pocket third if you need a third base badly. A lot of people choose not to, like Impact though, because it does have less minerals. It is objectively a worse base to take, but you are trading out possible income for security. So it's not the worst thing to do if herO decides to not be stuck in a 2-base all-in situation. But one robo for now. Oracle comes in looking for a couple of drone kills. Nice little snipey snipe there. Not a lot to be done with this Oracle, but the best Oracle usage is through scouting, not necessarily through worker damage, so it's fine that this didn't do that much. Yeah, Phoenix is just gonna be looking for some Overlord drops. One of the things actually on that note too, I mentioned this when Impact did do it before. Impact has almost relentlessly, Oracle been for 2 more kills. He is almost relentlessly in every matchup, whether it's ZVZ, whether it's PVZ or TVZ, he likes to throw in an Overlord drop of Banlings at some point. Usually it's only one, and if it goes well, he'll follow it up, and if it doesn't go well, we'll never see another. But it is something to look out for. So for that reason alone, for who herO is playing against, I'm really liking the Stargate opener with the Phoenix, and I think it's very important that he's doing this to possibly even have a chance to catch those Overlords. But he is coming once again with a very fast charge timing. I mean, these charge timings are gross and disgusting, and frankly, I think against other players brutal, but Impact has held on through them so far. Like, charge has been the least scary component of these matches, but it's getting earlier and earlier every time, and I don't know, Impact this time, it's not roaches, it's not hydras, it's possibly banelings to deal with it. Banelings are pretty good against zealots if you can get them out, but they're not here yet. He can hop on top of the cocoons now and stop them from hatching. Instead, he's chasing the queens. Okay, he'll deny a couple of the banelings. Not all the banelings, but another big warping comes in. He's got to be careful how clustered he is. Banelings go off and kill some of the zealots. Army supply winning out for herO at the moment, though. 20 more lings on the way for Impact. Zealots just charging into their deaths. Banelings getting some really good shots off, to be honest. The Oracle comes back too. It's going to be maybe looking to get into the action. It's got a little bit of energy in it. Drones getting pulled away, and Natural Base getting absolutely riggedy wrecked. Impact's going to tap out. hero's going to tie it up 2-2. The charge time, it finally works. And we're going to get an ace match here in the finals. Ace match hype. All right. It comes down to this, the very last game, and it is going to be Impact's map choice. So he does have a little bit of an edge going into it, but there's not that many maps left, so we'll see what he goes with. Either way, we're going to run through a quick 2-minute commercial break, folks. So please stick around. We'll be back for game number 5, but if you are going to take off, take care. Either way, we'll see you in 2 minutes. What an excellent finals to have here. Tied up 2-2. We're going into the last possible game today. Spawning here to the lower right, we have the blue Protoss. It's Root Gaming's herO. With his opponent in the top left, the red Zerg, Impact. Ooh, I'm actually not sure. I'm gonna tab out and check real quick, guys. Is he still in Dead Pixels, or is he teamless at the moment? No, he's on that new team. That's right, Titan EX1. They picked up a bunch of super random players at the GSL qualifiers. The team is Bunny, Impact, Joxy, Leenock, and Ragnarok. Ragnarok and Leenock are kind of like, I look at that like, what? But Bunny has been performing really well through the recent patches of the game. You're probably hearing a plane go over if you hear noise in the background. Sorry about that. Impact's obviously not doing too shabby. I mean, look at him here today, right? And Joxy is kind of a guy who I feel like can win things, but oftentimes doesn't, if that makes sense. Feels bad, man. I really like Joxy. I'm like always team Joxy, but his performance isn't there. Bit of a cancel, bit of some shenanigans here. Really, this is annoying what herO's doing. There's a fun little thing to talk about for this, actually. If this was any other player, I don't think this would be as problematic, but Impact was really stubborn about trying to take his natural base, and herO's frankly very stubborn about not letting him take his natural base. He's really trying to force Impact to take the base over here. Impact's trying to fake this out, but if another pylon comes down, I can't afford it. Backs away. But that was so much money floating, so much time wasted. herO, you're so cheeky. Of course, if Impact had been forced to take his third somewhere else, I think it could have been devastating. You look at the layout of this map, and what's interesting about the natural base is while it's pretty wide and open over here, you can actually wall off this ramp, then you have a tiny little ramp here, or, okay, big ramp here. But either way, this ramp, it's like small like your main ramp, you know? It's going to be pretty easy to be the high ground defender in a lot of those situations. But my question goes down to whether herO's going to hit him with another all-in with charge lots. We're seeing the same opening way too many times in a row to say, like, it wouldn't be, but that's also kind of the mind games, right? You go for this charge lot timing 4 games in a row, so you change it up in game 5 and completely catch your opponent off guard type thing. I think it's the logic. I don't know if it actually plays out like that, but Stargate has always been part of it. And we'll see the Twilight Council come down in due timing. We'll see if he goes for it. I think I still like the Stargate difference, or excuse me, not difference, the Stargate opening, as the Oracle and the Phoenix don't usually make a difference, is what I was trying to get into. But the scouting they both provide is pretty invaluable. But man, there's so much money on the line for this. Like, okay, again, bringing it back for a sec, guys, right? It's the last game. This is it. It's all or nothing to win this. And there's $201 available for first place. There's 67 for second. That's not quite, but almost $150 difference to go for an all-in versus like a macro tactic versus like this. I don't think these guys think about this. In fact, I know for a fact they don't. I've talked to many StarCraft players, both Korean pros and foreigner pros, and they don't oftentimes think about the stakes. It's not like, oh, if I win this, I could have got this much money. They're just focused on the game in hand. And that's probably what's happening here for these two. But I mean, there is that huge difference of prize money. 4GG is back. Yeah, if you guys missed the announcement, 4GG finally finished his military and he's gonna kind of do the same as MMA and get back into gaming. I love 4GG. It wasn't really performances, right? Like, even before he went to military, he wasn't really getting a lot of tournament wins. He wasn't doing too much, but he was a very entertaining streamer, and we've had a pretty severe lacking in quality mech streamers, so I'm hoping to see 4GG get back into the full swing of things. I don't know if he'll go pro, but I'd love to see him just at least get back into streaming. Because if you guys don't know, for me, when it got to StarCraft 2, getting into StarCraft 2, Dragon, who I don't watch anymore, Protec, who I've come since to hate, and 4GG, who I still love, were my first three streamers I would watch every day. One of their streams would be in the background 24/7. So for me, 4GG coming back is awesome. Oracles are not doing much. They're scouting, but that's pretty much it. There are two of them that can kill a queen pretty easily, actually. It's roaches out of impact, but this is okay because hero's gone for double robo once again. But the double robo game earlier didn't work out so hot, so we'll see if it works out better this time around. Either way, Immortals are so good against roaches. The Adepts are picking up quite a few kills. Meanwhile, back at home, shield battery's out of juice, and these Zelts are having a hard time holding onto that third base. He's gonna need another warp in or two to stop this from going down. Oh boy, can we ban Cannibal Sheep from chat? He's outed himself as a buffoon. I'm giving you a hard time, man. The Immortals coming out 2 at a time is nice, but the timing is still like a little bit awkward because there's a lot of army units out of impact here. But this isn't that overwhelming supply. We saw it before, right? When it was like 60 to 25, 40 to 20. This is 26 to 29. Hero's actually got a matching army supply if he can get down there to use it. But I think he's rightfully so waiting for the Immortals to come out. The Nexus is going to go down though if he waits too long. This is a lot of damage on this base. And those sentries, they can't just force field off the roaches like you could Zerglings. He might not even save the Nexus at this rate. Okay, so herO, whether he was intending to do a 2-base all-in and that was a fake third, we'll pretend that's what he was doing because that's what he's been forced into doing. There's nothing you can really do about this now. He just took way too much damage. That third base going down was rough. A couple sentries bait the roaches at the end there. That was kind of cute to see. But he does clean this up at least. Like, the Nexus goes down and that sucks, but he cleans it up with relative ease. His Immortals are left totally unscathed, so maybe there's a chance to go immediately for a counterattack. But Hydras are on the way. Roaches are on the way. There's no storms. I think there's barely charge. No, there's not even charge. The one game he doesn't go for charge. Oh my god. Explains everything. I think the Hydras will do it, guys. It's not +2 weapons like we saw Impact do before, and I feel like the +2 weapons was a big part of it, but even +1 weapons is going to be really nice. Guardian Shield will help reduce some of that, but I'm just sitting here like he's warping his Stalkers because he knows Zealots will be no good because he doesn't have charge. And Stalkers are very expensive. I think there's a good chance Impact takes this fight. But the Protoss army here is pretty good. I mean, this isn't weak units. This is 5 Immortals. Maybe he gets baited into walking into that stasis trap. The right amount of force fields could do work too. But he's hesitant to use the force fields. He's playing very safe with this. He's trying to stay in the back, waiting for those shields to come back off cooldown. Warp Prism, though, in deployment mode, can't dive forward and do that sick micro we know herO to be good for. A couple force fields coming in now as his own army gets choked in by them. Drones have been pulled all over the place erratically, so Impact's actually not even mining that well while this goes on. And herO continues to shave off little bits of his opponent's army. That supply now is 62 to 54. Stasis Trap catches a lot of the Zerglings that dived forward, meaning that cannon fodder for Impact is gone, and now it's just the roaches. He picks up one of the Ravagers, says one less corrosive bile. It continues to trade out, but the Warp Prism's still alive. These reinforcements are coming in, and if Impact can't kill that Warp Prism, herO's attack is never going to end. Well, never. Someone's going to eventually win, but you know what I mean. The Zerglings come out of stasis. The drones are pulled. All the money on the line for this attack as Impact tries desperately to hold on. The Immortals are getting a little bit weak, but this is where herO decides to turn the Warp Prism off of reinforcement mode and into Super God Mode Micro Mode. And he's doing just that. These Immortals, has he even lost one yet? Hang on. GG, herO's your champion. And he doesn't lose a single Immortal. The dude gets through without a scratch. Whoo! Woo! Freaking herO, man. He wins the Alima League. I think it was like 4-1 or something versus Innovation for the monthly finals. He wins against Impact now 3-2. herO is on a roll. And I hope we see him play again tomorrow. Because again, I want to remind everybody, before you take off, before you leave the stream today, tomorrow, 4 a.m. Pacific, we'll be back with another round of the BTSL. Same tournament, same format, hopefully same amazing prize pool. So I miss him. And I'll have my good buddy Maynard joining me for that. But that was sick, guys. We had like 5.5k viewers at the end. That was pretty nice. Also, the giveaway we got going on, guys, there's only 534 entries. That's like nothing. People need to get in on the giveaway. Not just because it helps us get more money for tournaments, but because your chances of winning are statistically pretty good with only 534 people entered into it. But that's going to wrap up the stream for today. BaseTradeTV, get the song. I got you. Okay, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go... Where is the Odyssey intro? I actually... Hang on. Is it documents? Hang on. All right, look, let me do my shout-outs here real quick, right? I've got this open, so I can't forget it now. If you guys enjoyed the stream today... Why is that below there? Move you up. For the first time, I hope you hit the follow button. I hope you come back for more. I love doing StarCraft, and we do a ton of StarCraft on the channel. Oh! Of all people, no, let's replay that. That's not a sub I want to have wasted and hidden behind the screen. That's Bloody Friggin' Loco, my good buddy from the Netherlands. Handsome son of a gun. Just got himself a new house. This guy. Thank you for the 8-month resub, Loco. And thank you for being a nice dude overall. But yeah, follow me on Twitter at riff_kings if you want just life updates and shit posting. If you want only tournament related updates and things that are not related to my personal life, you can follow at BaseTradeTV on Twitter. And make sure, like I said, follow the channel. If you subbed today, check your inbox like an hour from now. I'm probably going to send these out like right away, but check your inbox at like an hour from now. You'll have all the replays from today's cast made available to you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Now, before we actually leave, where's this Odyssey intro? Hang on. Okay, this is a Monster Cat song. I just gotta figure out what song it is. So hold up. See, the problem is all the Odyssey intros I have saved right now are all the stupid meme versions with the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. If you guys haven't seen that, let me show you this actually. I love this. It's so dumb. This is gonna get the VOD muted, but we're at the end of the stream, so I don't care. We can cut this part out. Here's the map intros, the old intros. BaseTradeTV 2018 map intros. There we go. Or I can just not load. Was it media source? Yo, we just goof around a little bit. Hang on. We're done though. We're done. We're absolutely done with the stream.
Double layers, and I even thought of bringing my hoodie.
If you need someone to warm you up, just...
time I need to see your face, I just close my eyes, and I am taken to a place where your crystal mind, a magenta feeling, take a shelter in the base of my spine, straight like a chicken cherry cola. I don't need to try to explain, I just hold on tight, and if it happens again, I'ma move so silently to the arms and the lips and the face of the human.
See, my problem is I have all of these files for that intro. I can't find the one that we're actually using. Like, I literally cannot find the file that has whatever I made for that. And it's driving me nuts because it obviously has to exist or I couldn't have made the intro in the first place. So I'm trying not to scumbag this guy by not giving him the map intro. But I literally can't find... Oh. Hang on, is this it? Or is this the stupid JoJo one again? No, that's the JoJo one, and that's way too loud. I can't find it, dude. I'm so sorry, man. I can tell you this much. It's Monster Cat, because Monster Cat Music doesn't get our stream muted, and we have a partnership agreement, permission to use their songs and all this stuff. So that's the best I got for you, man. I'm so sorry. But okay, stream's done. Thank you guys for watching. We're going to go find somebody to raid, so stick around if you want to find some more awesome streamers here on Twitch. Otherwise, have a great day, everybody. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow morning with the BSTL Lite number 4, the last and final one. No, wait, what? I meant to say with Maynard. What the brain lag. Anyways, see you guys later.